Hi and welcome to Walk and Read. Today we are walking with Let the Great World Spin, a book that I have found completely by accident in a second-hand bookstore, and what a discovery. I really loved it and it moved me so much. I have read it already a few years ago and I have reread it just recently, and wow, what a journey. It's actually based on a real-life event that refers to a guy that tried and succeeded in walking between the Twin Towers in New York. And it's a story of different people who are living in New York at the time, and their life is kind of happening while this guy is walking on a tightrope. And there are different human beings described in this book, and a particular story I loved is the Corrigan story. It really somehow moved me and stuck with me for a very long time. It's about a guy who tries to do good in the world, and he's helping people, and he has nothing himself, and he intends to be kind of a priest or a monk or somebody who's devoted to God and who's not allowed to be in a relationship or not in a love relationship. And he falls in love hard and deep with a beautiful woman who falls in love with him too. And then there's a struggle, and their particular story about how they find each other and lose each other and find each other again is really beautiful. And I think the way it's written is just great and brilliant. So I would very much recommend that you read it, and I will share my favorite quote and the first line, of course. Let's have a look at the first line of this book. The first line says, "Those who saw him hushed." It's pretty short. You know who they talk about, the guy who's on the tightrope. And here comes my favorite quote from Let the Great World Spin. "Some people think love is the end of the road, and if you're lucky enough to find it, you stay there. Other people say it just becomes a cliff you drive off. But most people who've been around a while know it's just a thing that changes day by day, and depending on how much you fight for it, you get it, or you hold on to it, or you lose it. But sometimes it's never even there in the first place." And one more sentence, I know it's cheating, but just one more sentence from this book that says, "The thing about love is that we come alive in bodies not our own." What a beautiful way to describe love, isn't it? So my recommendation for today is Let the Great World Spin. Let me know if you like it and share your favorite quote. And of course, enjoy the view.